I've made more in a single month than I've ever made in a single year. And I've almost fell into like a mid-existential crisis. I don't know if that's a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing. But I'm not really saying that for pity. It's almost like as if what's next? What else is there for me to do? I've achieved every goal that I've wanted to accomplish. I bought myself my dream car, $100,000 Corvette C8 2023 with literally all the models available. I've gotten multiple plaques on YouTube, grown multiple channels to hundreds of thousands of subscribers, making tens of thousands of dollars every single month. Everything's paid for. My parents are taken care of. They don't have to worry about bills whatsoever. So what really is next for me? My business is run on autopilot. I make money almost like it's printing from thin air. And I've learned and I've come to realize that at the end of the day, it's not about the end result. All these times, the biggest lie that's been fed to every single individual is that the end result will make you happy. But it's the journey of building, feeling fulfilled when you get that new milestone that actually makes you satisfied and fulfilled at the end of the day. If you ever gym before, you would understand that it's the progress of hitting from 135 bench to 225 bench that actually makes you feel like your hard work has paid off. This is something that you enjoy. It's the countless days of shoving food up your throat, trying to bulk up, get beefer, and it's absolutely the same thing with business as well. Once I've gotten these mundane things, the flashy stuff is cool. Having a nice car makes me joyful at sometimes, but it doesn't make you ultimately fulfilled at the end of the day. Do you know what is? Building, getting better, achieving more goals, scaling higher in whatever you're trying to scale into, and manifesting things you've never thought was ever possible. And I'll tell you right now, I personally have a mentorship business where I coach individuals on how to build an income on YouTube. Everyone's dealt with the same resources, the same guidance, the same coaching calls with me directly. And you know what I see? The biggest pattern between those who succeed and those who don't succeed. They're absolutely playing with what they're dealt with, and they understand that for them to actually become the person they want to become, they have to start thinking, acting, performing, even looking like the individual that they want to become. Everyone has an end state, right? Let's just say your end state is to become a successful individual, retires from the corporate life, takes care of the family that they have, and ultimately lives this ultimate freedom life. For you to become that person, though, you have to have the same habits, the same thought process, the same capabilities, and the same conviction in your ability to perform. If you don't have any of those locked in, how are you ever going to expect to become the individual, obviously with those standards? You have to almost mentally manifest yourself into believing that you are already that person with a Corvette. I want you to ask yourself this question. Do you genuinely believe with all of your heart that you deserve something a lot greater? Because the matter of the fact is, if you actually believe so, then that's not just a random dopamine that's fired off into your brain, but that's God giving you a sign that you are more deserving of what you currently have, and you have to do something about it to go out there and actually grab what's yours. So have you done that before? God didn't put that idea into your parents' heart or your boss's heart, right? He put it into your heart for a specific reason. You have a purpose within this world to go out there and grab what's yours, provide for your family, and live a life full of abundance. If you're living in scarcity mode, how will you ever expect for yourself to have the life of abundance, to have a Lamborghini, hundreds of thousands of dollars, whatever materialistic things that you're shooting for? You will never be able to have that with a scarcity mindset, because no one ever became a billionaire with a scarcity mindset. No one built a multi-million-dollar business on accident. They all did it with pure intention. And one of my mentors that told me as well, you have to be able to build with pure intention rather than not doing anything with any reasoning or understanding behind why. Figure out with full intention what you are doing and why you are doing it, which will make you a lot more clear-headed on what you have to do specifically to get to the destinations where you want to be in. And the number one thing you should invest in isn't crypto, it isn't assets. This is the biggest scam I've been seeing with all these individuals that are older specifically, trying to give you life advice. First of all, you shouldn't take life advice from individuals who are 40, 30, 50 years old and obviously not have any sort of money that you want. The reason why they give you life advice that doesn't work is because they personally haven't actually gotten to where they want to be. I've also seen this in mentorship as well. You don't want to buy from those who actually haven't ever done whatever they're trying to preach. So do your own research beforehand. But back to my point, investing in yourself, investing in your skills, investing your ability to become better is so much higher of an ROI than any crypto investment, any S&P 500 investment. Because sure, Bitcoin might 100x within the next decade, but the capability of yourself, 1,000xing even, your income, your skills, your network, is super possible. Because you know that you are in control. The Bitcoin market isn't in control or in your favor. That's in whatever, that's like everyone's favor. That's completely, decentralized. But if you have full control and capability of which direction you want to take, it's all 100% in your responsibility and power, which means that yes, you have a lot of things that are on your plate, but that also gives you so much potential and leverage above all to go out there and grab what's yours. Leverage is what pays. And this is what I had to understand after doing 3 years of YouTube, and the first 2 years of me doing YouTube completely making no money whatsoever. At the end of the day, as much as people love to preach hard work is great. That doesn't pay the bills. Hard work isn't what will get you a V8 engine when you were 17 years old as a minor. How else was I able to get this dream $100,000 sports car at 17? It wasn't through hard work, because sure, I may work hard, but construction workers work way harder than me. And they have probably not Corvette C8s at 17. So leverage and understanding what will make you the most bang for your buck, will give you the most output for what you put in, is what will actually pay the bills, get you to the life that you want to deserve, and provide for your family. It has nothing to do with hard work. That will only help later down the line when you know exactly what work you have to do and leverage your time the most wisely to get the most output of what you're already put in. Does that kind of make sense? That was what I wanted to say. And I kind of expressed that really, really well. Because, like, again, everyone only has the same 24 hours. Elon Musk has the same time as you. He's able to, with the same time as you, literally build $2 billion companies while still responding to individuals on Twitter. And there's me, and then there's you, and there's everyone else, the 8 billion individuals on this planet that's sitting anywhere between the line of homelessness to multi-billion dollars, right? Everyone has the same time, so how is that some people can get a billion x the output with the same amount of input? Leverage. Understanding what you can get the most bang for your buck, spending and allocating all of your time and energy towards that number one leverage skill, and reallocating the rest of your lower leveraged activities over to delegation or automations to get them done for you. And sure, your profit margins might be a little bit lower, but long term, that's actually how you scale and build an empire. You cannot depend on yourself to do absolutely everything. Like, sure, if I could, I would 1000% just duplicate myself 100 times and literally do everything completely on my own, because I have the work ethic. I have proven myself to be capable once, and capable many, many more times with all of the goals I have hit, and back myself up with what I was going to tell myself I was going to do. But there's only so much of your body and energy and time that you can allocate towards specific activities, right? So you have to make sure that you only leverage your own time into the highest level. So whatever it may be, right? If you're doing YouTube, you should only spend your time towards finding the best niches and the best video ideas, because that ultimately was what will pay you the most. That's the highest leverage skill within YouTube. You shouldn't spend hours of your time editing the videos, making the thumbnails, or even worse, uploading the video, because those are very easy and automated tasks that will bring you a lot less of an ROI if you rather than spend that time towards obviously the thing that pays you the most money. So whatever industry you're trying to get into, whatever health or sport you're trying to learn as well, understand the highest leverage activity. Now obviously for sports, you're not going to be able to delegate training, you're not going to be able to delegate eating and recovering, so that's a little bit different. But stop wasting your time towards low leverage stuff that you think is necessary simply because you have always doing it from the start, and that's just part of your routine, because that is actually just what's killing all the potential and leverage for you to scale past levels you've never imagined before. And let's say you're a 6-figure earner. You've probably already worked at a 9-to-5 job, or you worked at the same job for many, many months, many, many years, earning good money. But without a proper reason to scale, without a big enough why, you're never going to really move out of your comfort zone, right? Growth is never built in comfort zones. I've never seen it before. I never will see it. And so for you to obviously have a big enough reason and why to change, you have to loop back to your pains. Why have you been stuck in the same position? How has that affected you and your future and your ability to provide for your family? Are you satisfied with where you are right now from all of the decisions that you have made upcoming last 2, 3, 4, 5 years into this present moment? Because if we're not satisfied with it, we have to make a change. The world is your oyster. Stop playing on scarcity mode. You have to always be on offense, because that's really the only way for you to go out there and grab what's yours. Again, we're all dealing with the same cards. LeBron James, coach, has the same coaching and knowledge, the same skills, the same resources, the same guidance as LeBron James' teammates. But the only reason why LeBron James is better than his teammates is because of his mindset and his capability to get the most out of what he already has. And if you understand how to do that exactly, and you play with what you're dealt with right, you can just, I can't even fathom with words how crazy your life can become. I've never ever thought in a million years that I would be able to retire from corporate life and get my $100,000 dream sports car, before I was even, of majority of age. I was a minor when I got this car, but anything's out there is possible. When you fully believe it, you act with the right mindset, with the right actions, with the right tonality to back up exactly what you're supposed to be doing, you will get it.